Famester here, back with going over the Constitution. We're in Article 1, Section 6, which has 2 paragraphs, and these deal with salaries and restrictions. First paragraph deals with salaries and other issues. This is what it says. The senators and representatives shall receive a compensation for their services to be ascertained by law and paid out of the Treasury of the United States. They shall, in all cases except treason, felony, and breach of the peace, be privileged from arrest during their attendance at the session of their respective houses, and in going to and returning from the same, and for any speech or debate in either house, they shall not be questioned in any other place. So in Congress, or when they were doing the Constitutional Convention, the issue of salaries came up, and they had to balance. They said they didn't want it to be too much so where people would just, without virtue, would just come here just to milk the public purse in order to, work in Congress. But they also wanted to have a fair or decent salary that would incentivize the virtue people to be able to work in Congress, and not just have Congress be something of just the wealthy people, that if there was no compensation at all, you would only get the ones who were independently wealthy, and that would not be a good representative government, because only the wealthy would look out for only their interest. So that was an issue on compensation. The part about arrest, that was going to and from, that was in the English system and many of the state constitutions. So that means that a congressman or a senator going to would be free from arrest, or free from arrest during their session. And this was, not meant to be as a license to commit crime, because congressmen and senators have gone to jail for crimes, mainly bribery or accepting of bribes, when they were in office. But this is for, just minor harassment type things, freedom from arrest, so that the constituents can be adequately representative and not have their representative, arrested for some minor or thing that would prevent them from serving, or from a whim of a government. That's what one of the issues was that about. The last thing about speaking, and this was because you have to understand that when this was written, they didn't have the Bill of Rights and that thing. This is for representative or senator to have freedom of speech on the floor, that they were free to speak without fear of arrest, or saying something that would get somebody else mad. It did not mean that the voting constituents can hold the representative or senator accountable for what they said by voting them out the next time, or confronting them and say, why did you do this? It was more or less a legal thing that they could not be jailed, or they would have freedom of speech, what would be our First Amendment rights, as they were serving. Okay, so this is what this section, or this paragraph of Section 4 is salaries, freedom from arrest, and the freedom of speech while serving and giving speeches in Congress. That's it for today. Have a blessed day. God bless America.